Hello there, my name is Wafflestheasianyenbear and welcome back to another Pokemon Showdown UU battle. This time, we are going to be using our Milotic team that we built on Wednesday. If you missed that Meet the Squad video, it is down in the description below, as well as you can also stay tuned for the end card because it'll pop up there. But we are facing Mr. Matt Peterson or Mrs. Matt Peterson, I don't know. I guess I'm going to call you Miss because you have a lady icon. So Miss Patterson with the Latias, the Aerodactyl, the Volcanion, the Togekiss, the Darmanitan, and Azelf, and they brought Darmanitan, Volcanion, Togekiss, all three things I said in my team builder that are major threats to this team. So my first thought when looking at this, a team preview, is crap. My second thought is, okay, it's going to be a hard battle, but let's do our best. So, third thought, they're probably leading with Azelf or Aerodactyl. I'm going to lead with Decidueye, my Code of Secrets, so I can Spirit Shackle, I can kind of wear those things down and do some good damage. But Matt Peterson is going to either predict that or just want to see how well that the Darmanitan kind of matches up, and it's just going to lead with it. So, I'm in against this. I'm just going to go for the Spirit Shackle. I have nothing to switch into a Darmanitan. It crits me with the U-turn, which I don't know how much that mattered. Not sure how much damage the crit U-turn would have done anyways, or the non-crit U-turn, I mean. But I go for the Spirit Shackle, like I said, just to do some damage. Togekiss switches in, and I don't see... Here, I'm going to pause real quick. I do not see leftovers. So my first thought is Scarf. And my second thought then is, okay, well, if it's Scarf, it's going to go for Air Slash. It's the safe play. It's not going to risk a miss. It won't go for a fire move. I've got Milotic. I've got Arcanine. I've got Crocodile. All things that can switch in on fire moves. There's no way that Matt Peterson is going to predict me to switch into Scizor and then I can Bullet Punch and kill this thing. Or knock off U-turn, whatever I want to do at that point. But Togekiss goes for Fire Blast. And I'm like, okay, wait. Alright, there's no way this is Scarf then. Because if Mrs. Matt Peterson was willing to go for a Scarf Fire Blast, that would be ridiculous. There's no way they have the balls for that. So they just have some other item, maybe it's a Z move, I don't know. So I'm just going to bring in Crocodile, I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, and I'm just going to kill it. Unfortunately, or maybe even fortunately for me later on, it is Scarf. So, one, I have to admire the guts for Mrs. Matt Peterson right there. But two, and this is the important part, we didn't reveal our choice Scarf. Because that Togekiss was Scarfed. So they have no reason to think that we are also Scarfed. So the Azelf comes in. And I'm like, okay, well, I think it's time to go to Decidueye. I'm going to go for the Spirit Shackle, try to do some damage here. But it sets up a sub on my face. And then I'm like, okay, there is no way. Do you honestly think that I am going to let you get a free sub? Because you are absolutely correct if you think that, because the Psychic kills me. And that is sad. But I can go to Arcanine now. It's specially defensive. We talked about this. It is there for specially defensive, or especially offensive Pokemon like the Azelf. So, I can take a 42% Psychic. It takes Life Orb damage, which again, I'm wearing it down so Crocodile can come in and start sweeping. So I go for the Flamethrower. I break the sub, and I figure, hey, it sees that it's only doing 41%. I'm sure they assume that I have recovery. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go for the Morning Sun now, just because the switch is kind of obvious that I can't go for a burn. I can maybe go for Snarl, but I'm kind of predicting the Darmanitan to come in. Volcanion comes in instead, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't really have anything to switch in on that, so I'm just going to go for Snarl and try to wear it down and get a special attack drop. But Latias comes in. The crit, I do not believe mattered later. It goes for the Draco. Loses special attack, which is great because I know I can wall this thing indefinitely. I go for the Snarl again. And now, I think I predict the switch and I go for Snarl, or I don't think I go for the Will-O-Wisp. I think I go for the Snarl here or the Morning Sun. So let's see, do I go for Snarl? Because I think I do, predicting the switch. I think this is the turn, right? Aerodactyl comes in, yes, okay. Snarl on the Aerodactyl switch in. I was predicting Volcanion at that point. But since the Aerodactyl's in here, I'm like, okay. Milotic can take pretty much any hit from this. I've been in a battle with a Mega Aerodactyl and I took 60% from a Stone Edge crit. Because that is how ridiculously bulky Milotic is. So, we are going to have an aerial battle. This thing is going to Mega Evolve, go for Stealth Rock, which is really not an issue at all. So, it tries to taunt me. I just go for the Ice Beam straight up because I have no reason to like Toxic or anything. I don't even carry the Toxic. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. I could have clicked Scald, but Volcanion exists, and I don't want that thing getting a free switch, even though Ice Beam is pretty much free. But I still get at least 4% on this, as you're going to see. My Ice Beam does 4%. So, that's something. But At this point, I have nothing I can deal with Volcanion with. My team has no switch-ins to Volcanion, so I have to go to Good Pup, I have to sack it off, and I think this is where my opponent realizes that this is the counter. They have Hidden Power Grass, I believe, which is kind of nice because they don't have the Z-move Bloom Doom, because I've seen people who carry Solar Beam, Z-move, Bloom Doom, and that is just ridiculous. My motor can't take it, it's horrible. But I go for the Snarl, I at least bring this thing's special attack down, which means that Crocodile will eventually be able to come in and kill it. I think, does it happen here? Yes, it does. Why is this the counter? He realizes it now. But now that I've dropped the special attack, he's probably going to predict, I think, Stone Edge, was it? But I'm going to go for Knockoff, because I know it hits everything on this team, and I figure the Volcanion doesn't stay in, just in case. But Aerodactyl goes down, and now that we have the +1 boost, this is exactly perfect, because he does not, again, he does not know we are Scarfed. So he brings in the Azelf, tries to go for some damaging moves to kill me. I get another boost, which means Azelf is dead. I can, after +1, I'm able to kill the Darmanitan and outspeed it. I kill the Latias, and I know I can kill the Volcanion here with the knockoff. So Volcanion comes in, I go for the knockoff, we do 88%, and this is where my opponent forfeits, because they know the outcome of this. But at this point, Freddy Krueger can outspeed everything else on this team, can kill Darmanitan. I'll pull up the calc because I kind of had that thought of, hey, why didn't they just switch Darmanitan after the first one? Because it seemed like their Darmanitan might also be Toy Scarf, but I wasn't 100% sure there. But just in case, that was why. And then the Latias here would die to knockoff. So, that was kind of a quick battle. I wanted the first one to show sort of how you can play around the obvious kind of, not really the obvious counters, but the really strong Pokemon against your team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you have a good day, good week, good life, and I will see you guys on Sunday for our final battle with this team. We're only going to be having 2 this week because we're going to have another Meet the Squad video on Monday. So that being said, have a good day, good week, good life. Now, goodbye.